Right now, referee shortage. As fall sports return this week, the impact it's having on local athletics. Plus, disagreement at the state capitol on how to spend tens of millions of dollars from a nationwide opioid settlement.
Tracking radar this morning, showers and thunderstorms already developing to the south and west. How they will impact you throughout today.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News for Now this morning. We made it to Friday morning, August 19th. Good to be with you this morning. I'm Josh Breiter. Chris and Leah both have the morning off. Meteorologist Chris Reese is here this morning once again with us. And of course, big weekend on tap. We're talking Packers, Badgers. We've got all of the action Friday night football. And it's looking a little wet for folks out there, but not a total washout, right?
It won't be a washout at all. And to be honest, I feel like we have asked for a lot of rain, especially when we were in that drought situation. So I don't anticipate too many complaints, if I'm being honest with you, just because the rain, it'll be there, but it won't be a super soaker. So that's some good news. Temperatures in the 60s headed out the door this morning. 60s are going to be an incredibly popular number early on. 61 in Wisconsin Dells. There is one community in the 50s, Black River Falls. They are always the cool spot. I am sure that comes with no surprise there, but I am seeing some showers in and around Platteville, Grant County, near Prairie du Chien, and Crawford County at the moment. We will watch those and really how they develop as they kind of move on to the north and east. If we see this start to kind of spread out just a little bit, we'll see a better chance for some thunderstorm coverage and time. So we're watching it. Now, if you live right around Highland, you likely heard a rumble of thunder not too terribly long ago. In Madison, we're seeing the sun come up. 10 o'clock, we'll see some showers around here. Same for lunchtime. Temperatures will be into the low 70s, but we could see multiple rounds of some showers out there. Another round of showers and thunderstorms likely develops closer to dinner time, and that'll take us into the evening. So that being said, the final drive forecast tonight. That game is going to be not Verona, but Wanakee at DeForest. Will you need an umbrella? We'll talk about that. We'll really break it down for you coming up.
Friday night lights return as the high school football season is now officially underway this morning. A few teams kicking off their season Thursday night. Last season, Middleton started a little slow before finding their groove and reaching level 3 of the playoffs. This time around, the Cardinals are planning to get off to a better start and, of course, avenge last year's Week 1 loss to Bayport. Same two teams kicking off their seasons last night. Cardinals down 14-7, but not for long. Bryce Falk there making one cut, and he was gone 80 yards to the house, and the game is tied up. But after that, it was all Bayport. They scored 17 unanswered. Middleton following at 38-21. Well, after finishing runner-up in Division I, a big shakeup for Sun Prairie. There's now an East and a West team, and they both moved from the Big A to the Badger Large. Up first with East, a date with Monona Grove. Sometimes you get the shot, other times you almost get run over. Sun Prairie East hosting Monona Grove. No score in the first. Jerry Kaminsky drops back and drops a dime on Jonathan Vanderwall to make it 7-0 Cardinals. Still 7-0 SPE in the second, and Kaminsky was at it again. Here he finds Cortez LeGrant, and he can run. Kaminsky throwing for 5 touchdowns in the first half. Sun Prairie East goes on to win 55-0. Well, now that fall sports are officially back, the need for referees returns as well. But as our Armand Rahman reports, the number of referees coming in isn't keeping up with the number getting out of the game.
With the school year weeks away, youth sports will also kick off calling referees back into play.
I mean, one of our goals, and I think any association that's out there, we're all trying to get new young officials involved.
Dave Jameson, president of the Southern Wisconsin Officials Association, says about 1,000 referees are working in the area this year.
There's a few new ones, which is great. But when we get 10 new ones, we lose 25 veterans.
He says what they really need is younger people with a love of the game to commit to a few years.
But if you know what, if you can get 2 or 3 and you break that through a little bit and you keep them, it's a victory, which not a big victory, but it's a victory if you can get a few of them that starts.
The head of athletics at Verona High says schools are also working on attracting young prospects before they go off to college.
Try and, get a lot of our students involved, whether they be seniors or underclassmen, just getting them excited about wanting to be officials.
But younger refs also lose interest for a much darker reason.
Like youth sports, coaches getting in fights and they're hitting officials and all that kind of stuff. It's a huge hurdle right now. I think it's just hard for someone that's interested that's young, they see that stuff, and I think it turns them off.
It's a penalty Verona High School wants to make sure never happens at their games.
We hear a lot about, officials that quit just because of the experience that they have when they're at events. So parents have to do their part to try and keep officials around.
But after the state lost 1,600 officials during the pandemic, Jameson says things are in a much better place.
Right now I think we're on some more stable ground with officials for, definitely the varsity sports.
Referees get their license from the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association, or WIAA. Jameson says those in high school can join without paying any fees until they get out. Well, time right now, 6:05 on a Friday morning. Badger Athletics also looking ahead to the fall. This weekend, they're inviting folks out to Camp Randall for a pair of events to get folks pumped up for both volleyball and football season. Here to talk more about how you can take advantage this weekend is Brian Lucas. Brian, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh.
Looks great out there at Camp Randall. A couple of different things going on this weekend. Let's start with tomorrow. You're talking about all things volleyball.
Yeah, the national champs are back in action tomorrow with the annual red-white scrimmage. Doors to the field house open at 11, and fans can get here early and get their picture taken with that NCAA championship trophy from last year. And then at 12 o'clock, the action starts with the red-white scrimmage.
Yeah, so the volleyball team heading into their season ranked 3rd despite their national championship last year. What can we expect from the team this time around?
There's a couple big names, Dana Retke, Sydney Hilly, that fans really grew accustomed to, that have moved on, and so there's some new faces. But I think Coach Sheffield has the team ready, and number 3 ranking, top 5 ranking, Big Ten, best conference in the country. So it's always a great experience coming out to the field house. So we're really looking forward to getting started.
So great opportunity tomorrow, that red-white scrimmage. If folks are interested in coming out to support Badger volleyball, what do they need to know?
Again, gates open at 11 o'clock. All the information is on our website, uwbadgers.com. Gates open at 11. Action starts at noon.
Wonderful. And of course, volleyball tomorrow. We'll be talking about football coming up. Some stuff going on Sunday. So a lot of action for the Badgers this weekend, Brian.
Yeah, I know you talked about high school football kicking off this week. Badger football a little more than 2 weeks away, so we're inviting fans to come out, watch the Badgers practice. Before that practice, we know that fans need a little pre-season warm-up as well, so we're going to do Badgerville, which is our pregame tailgate. That starts at 1:30, just north of Camp Randall on our north lawn, and then at 3:30, gates open to Camp Randall. Fans can come in, watch practice, get an inside glimpse at the Badgers before we open the season on September 3rd against Illinois State.
Wonderful. All right, well, we'll be speaking with you here coming up in the next half hour. Brian, thank you very much. We can find more details up on channel3000.com. In more news this morning, there's another shortage plaguing Milwaukee this morning. Milwaukee Public Schools, which is the largest school district in the state, is starting off the school year down a couple hundred teachers. MPS already has kids back in the classroom for the early start calendar, and the rest of the students will be back soon. But right now, the district is down 230 teachers. The teacher shortage is a problem around the state, including here in the Madison area, too. The Madison School District down almost 150 teachers, and other smaller districts are also experiencing it. MPS Superintendent Keith Posley says there are challenges ahead with the lack of staff.
It's going to take all of us, day one through the last day of school, every day showing up for young people.
Recruitment underway to fill those positions as well. A drive-through job fair was held by Employ Milwaukee with the hopes of filling teacher vacancies for MPS. Well, earlier this month, Wisconsin received its first $6 million from a massive lawsuit. That was settled with multiple drug manufacturers due to the opioid crisis. The state will receive about $31 million this year and $400 million in total. But those funds are on hold after the state's budget writing committee blocked the funds from going through. News 3 Now reached out to the chairs of the committee and haven't heard back on why the funds are being blocked. They say they want to move forward quickly to get the funds out. That comes from a statement released by the 2 top Republicans on the committee, where they say fighting the opioid epidemic remains a priority. But the state's Democratic Attorney General sees it differently.
And we don't even know yet why the Joint Finance Committee is opposing this plan. I think Wisconsinites deserve an explanation, and that the Joint Finance Committee should be clear about why they're taking the steps they are.
The settlement will eventually work where the state receives about 30% of the funds, but most of the money will go to local governments. The legislature's budget writing committee will amend the plan moving forward, but the members have given no indication what that might look like. In more local news at 6:09 this morning, 3 18-year-olds charged in a shooting on Madison's southwest side earlier this month have made their initial court appearances. Javante Koger and Demarion Pollard of Madison and Zanya Anderson of Fitchburg all face felony charges. In court, a commissioner set a cash bond at $100,000 for Pollard and Anderson and $50,000 for Koger. The charges stem from a shooting that injured a 22-year-old man near the intersection of Leland Drive and Balsam Road on August 5th. Right now, Madison police are looking for 2 suspects they say stole a catalytic converter from a vehicle last month. The theft happened in the overnight hours of July 24th near Henderson Elementary School. Officials released 3 pictures, one of the suspects in the car, and the others are zoomed in, looking at each suspect. Anyone with information is asked to call Madison police or Madison area Crime Stoppers. The man charged in connection to an East Side homicide from last month is back in Wisconsin this morning. Police arrested 27-year-old Akil Lowe earlier this month in Dayton, Ohio. He has since been extradited to Madison and in court given a $1 million bond. That shooting on July 22nd near Warner Park left 18-year-old Laren Bynum of Milwaukee dead. He was found inside a stolen car on Vowlin Street and died at the scene. To campaign 2022 this morning, after losing to Assembly Speaker Robin Vos by 2 points in the primary election, challenger Adam Steen is now launching a write-in campaign for the general election. This is the state's 63rd Assembly District in Racine County. Steen was endorsed by former President Trump and former Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman, but lost in the primary by only a few hundred votes. 6:11 right now. Still ahead for us here on a Friday morning, the new technology that will help law enforcement investigate traffic accidents. We'll tell you how it could help them process scenes faster and more accurately. Plus, it is the weekend in the 608. A lot going on. We have a preview of some of those happenings across southern Wisconsin coming up.
May be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
Want your clothes to smell freshly washed all day without heavy perfumes? Try Downy Light In-Wash Freshness Boosters. It has long-lasting light scent, no heavy perfumes, and no dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. Downy Light.
JC tried Game Flings for the first time the other day and forgot where she was. You can always spot a first-time Game Flings user.
Add privacy to your outdoor space with beautiful fencing options from Menards. Get a free estimate instantly using our Design and Buy fencing program. From privacy panels, picket fences, and more, you can design a sturdy, reliable fence that's sized exactly for you. Create, view, or modify designs you made using Google Maps on Menards.com or visit us in-store to get started. Save on your entire project with 11% off all fence panels. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Look, it's a Dupaco. We're not a bird or a plane. We are a mighty credit union, born of thrift and laser focused on the interests of our members. Harnessing the combined power of more than 144,000 members and businesses, we work to put money back where it belongs, into your community and into your pocket, working tirelessly to help you pursue your dreams. Isn't that super? Join the movement at dupaco.com/super. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we have 25 hot tubs on display.
Several models available for immediate delivery.
For a limited time, all new hot spring spas come with a revolutionary freshwater salt system for free.
That's a $1,200 value.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Well, guess what? It is the weekend right here in the 608.
We have a preview of some of those happenings around southern Wisconsin. It is a busy weekend. Chris Reese is going to join me because there's a lot to talk about here. First up, one that's happening now throughout the morning. Cop on a Rooftop is back, and this is a big year for them. It is the 10th year, the 10th annual Cop on a Rooftop, happening now at participating Dunkins across Wisconsin today. It is going on. It started at 5 o'clock this morning. It's going until 11 o'clock this morning. Representatives from the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics Wisconsin will be collecting money that goes directly to support programming for Special Olympics athletes. Dunkin' guests who donate to Cop on a Rooftop will receive a free donut. If you donated $10 or more, you'll receive a free medium hot coffee. And for a full list of those participating locations, you can go to coponarooftop.com. The event has raised a total of $430,000 for Special Olympics Wisconsin during the first 9 years of the program.
That's really nice.
That is very, very nice. The Argyle Rod and Gun Club is celebrating 100 years this week. ARGC is a local organization that promotes hunter and gun safety for all ages. The club is situated on over 80 acres along State Highway 81. Starting today, they're hosting a weekend of shooting, drawings, and fun. The fun will finish with their 100-year anniversary raffle on Sunday at 5 p.m. The Riverside and Great Northern Railway in Wisconsin Dells is celebrating 75 years tomorrow. We featured them earlier this week in the 608, including a ride-along. That was a lot of fun. Their anniversary celebration is set for tomorrow from 9:30 to 4 with fun for the whole family. Trains operate through the summer, traveling on a 1.5 mile long roadbed through the scenic canyons, woods, and rock cuts right beside the dells of the Wisconsin River. Finally, the Wisconsin Daylily sale is happening this weekend at Old Brook Park. That's the largest sale in the U.S. Of course, there's a lot going on here. So if you want to go to our In the 608 tab, just go to channel3000.com. You'll see all of my stories I featured. You can also go to the community calendar in partnership with Madison Magazine, again, up on our website.
All right. Wow, you ready to take a break?
Oh my goodness, I know. Remember, you can always let me know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email for a chance to be featured. Of course, there's a lot going on. We've been talking about it. A busy, busy weekend. Not going to be a washout, but you're kind of helping us kind of plan, pinpoint those times that's probably looking a little bit wetter.
Yeah, splash and dash.
There you go.
That's a term that I like to use. I typically use it in the summer season, but we're still in the summer season right now. Splash and dash is really a lot of what we're going to be looking at as the day goes on. This right here is Beltline and Fish Hatchery, moving along smoothly. No issues there. And for most of us, your morning commute will be smooth, but I'm going to give you the mix of the green light and the yellow light. The reason for that, there will be passing storms. We'll see a couple of showers of thunderstorms a little bit later on this morning. Then a little bit later into the evening commute, we could see some additional showers of thunderstorms developing as well. So passing storms, sometimes it's going to be great, really smooth. Sometimes you will need to use a little bit of caution. I'm watching some showers of thunderstorms develop right now. Most of this has been to our south and west, but we're keeping an eye on it as it continues to expand and work its way farther to the north and east. A live look at Platteville right now. It's not raining really hard, but I've been able to see at least a couple of drops hitting this camera at times. In fact, there's one raindrop that you can maybe barely see on your screen right there. So we'll see a couple of raindrops. Temperatures in Platteville are at 64, and most of our temperatures are hanging out into the 60s. In fact, right here in Madison, we sit at 66. Cottage Grove at 61, 66 for Middleton, Verona at 62, Sun Prairie and Waunakee also at 62 this morning. Winds out of the south at 5. We've got mostly cloudy skies being reported at the airport. A beautiful shot there from our tower camera, but it's red skies at morning, so you know what that means. 12 o'clock, we could see one round of showers and thunderstorms moving through, perhaps that next round moving through into the evening. Here's kind of that morning round right there. This model really a little less robust in terms of what's actually on the radar right now and trying to develop, but it's a little bit more robust with an afternoon round. 4 o'clock, we're at 80. Here comes your showers of thunderstorms starting to develop. 6 o'clock. Notice how they become more widespread and really just gradually work their way towards the east. Even by 10 o'clock, we'll see some of those showers and thunderstorms through here, and it won't be until the overnight hours that we take a bit of a break before we see more chances for rain moving into your Saturday. So the final drive forecast, Wanakee at DeForest. 5 o'clock, we're fine, still sitting at 76. 69 by 7:30, 67 at 10 o'clock, but you will see your chances for thunderstorms on the increase at that point. So what I tell you is expect some rain, at least in the vicinity, along with the possibility of lightning delays while you are out at those games tonight. 74 tomorrow, 76 on Sunday. We keep the chance of rain around. 79 Monday and Tuesday, 80 on Wednesday. Another chance for rain by next Friday.
All right, Chris, thank you. New technology will help law enforcement investigate traffic incidents and hopefully process the scenes faster and more accurately. That's the goal for the Minnesota State Patrol with their new special drones. After a car crash, troopers begin investigating the scene, and that process can leave roads closed for hours. But officers say having an eye in the sky could change that.
The investment in technology allows us to process a scene in just a couple of minutes versus sometimes a couple of hours. So the advantage is we get the road open sooner.
The drones used by the Minnesota State Patrol can take nearly 60 high-resolution photos in just 2 minutes, and then troopers can use the images and the data captured to determine how fast a car was traveling and when the driver applied the brakes. 6:20 right now on a Friday morning. Still ahead for us, that viral story out of AmFam Park in Milwaukee that has all the buzz this morning. And in our next half hour, how officials are working to add more changing tables to meet the needs of the public.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
We love our pets, but we don't always love their hair, which is why we made Bounce Pet Hair and Lint Guard. With 3 times the pet hair fighting ingredients, just one sheet helps remove pet hair from your clothes. Looking good starts in the dryer with Bounce Pet.
Downy to your wash for all the freshness and softness of home, even when you're not at home. Feel the difference with Downy.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
If Tim Michels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michels.
Reviews are very important. It really reflects on how we're handling customers at Precision Door. It's feeling like I'm helping out my neighbor. Quality service quickly from a name you can trust.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
At Pick and Save, we believe local produce shouldn't be hard to find. That's why we work with local farms right in our own backyard to bring you fresher than fresh produce.
You got everything I need. You're like medicine to me. Oh, baby, yeah.
Because shopping for local produce should be as easy as shopping at your local Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Nothing
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. During our Labor Day sale, get great deals on Tempur-Pedic mattresses, like a queen Tempur-Pedic for only $22.49. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Or save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. And you can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels' 60-month zero-interest financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Welcome back, 6:24 on a Friday morning. Look at this. Julie sharing her morning with us. Talk about up close and personal.
Talk about frequent flyer as well.
Wow, that is a nice shot there. I love how you obviously can see the movement of the wings, but just like, just the focus right there on the, oh my gosh.
I love hummingbirds. I really do. They're one of nature's great wonders, in my opinion. So this is really awesome.
All right, remember to share your morning. My News 3 Morning, all you have to do is use that hashtag on social media. Speaking of sharing things, we're asking you to share your back-to-school photos ahead of the school year, whether it is packing a backpack or enjoying the final days of summer or your very first day of school. We'd love to feature your family here on News 3 Now this morning. You can send us your pictures either using that hashtag or to tips@channel3000.com via email so we can share your back-to-school memories right here on this newscast. Well, a viral story out of AmFam Park in Milwaukee. You've probably seen Bernie the Brewer slide down the slide during home games. Take a look at Dodgers field reporter David Vassay giving it a try himself, but it didn't go so well. Look at him here, slamming into the wall, breaking his arm. Yeah, but he was back on the air later that day, sporting a cast like nothing happened. Isn't that crazy? That is a hard hit.
I never realized Bernie went down this fast. Wow.
Look at that. Boom.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Reese, you weren't here on Wednesday, but I went down a slide in Sun Prairie. Same thing. Expected it to be like the slowest slide ever. And I hit that last, and I ended up almost kicking my interviewee, Barb Beeling of the Sun Prairie Chamber, out of the shot. It was one of those days.
I saw you share it on social media last night. So we've got to be careful on the slides.
We do need to be careful. You're also going to want to watch the forecast this week, as we do have some rain in the forecast this weekend.
Yes, we do. You see multiple rounds of rain coming our way. We're going to talk about that coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your mission: stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis
or active psoriatic arthritis
and take it on with Rinvoq.
Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling.
For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage.
And Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged sales event. Simply lock in your order on select Ford vehicles and we'll lock in your rate. Just move on up. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. That's how Ford is supercharging your summer. Now place your order and lock in an annual percentage rate of 2.9% for 60 months on select Ford vehicles.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward?
Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
I assumed dust always stayed put. Turns out it can be on the move. We were breathing that day and night. That's when we started using Swiffer. In just a few minutes, Duster captures dust before it gets airborne. It traps and locks dust in one swipe. Yes.
For our floors, Sweeper's heavy-duty cloths easily trap dust, dirt, and hair, locking it in. See you, dust.
And Swiffer partners with the American Lung Association to support clean air.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Right now, high school football back in action, and the News 3 Now Coach of the Week spotlight returns this morning. Plus, 100 years later, how land once stolen from a Wisconsin tribe has since been returned.
Showers and thunderstorms are on the increase on the radar this morning. What does that mean with your games this afternoon? Your play-by-play forecast coming up.
Good morning, TGIF. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Friday morning. We made it to August 19th. I'm Josh Breiter. Both Chris and Leah have the morning off. Meteorologist Chris Reese is back with us this morning, and you have a busy one for us because that rain is moving on in.
We're tracking a little bit of activity out there this morning on the radar. Real quick for our producer, Shelby. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, she always says that for us, just said that in our ear this morning. We're all looking at some showers and thunderstorms, at least early on. Most of these are mainly to our south and west this morning, but they're pushing towards the north and east. I will pay very close attention to how these expand in coverage as we go through about the next hour or so. But this, for the later half of your commute, could start to wetten things up. Not a ton of rain coming down on our Platteville camera, but still, I've seen some light rain move through that area. Dane County, we're generally dry at the moment. One green blip showing up around Cross Plains. I'll keep a close eye on that. Temperatures are generally into the 60s as well, all across the board. Middleton at 66, same for Madison. Stoughton, Rockdale at 60. Oregon and Belleville are at 62 this morning. I'm taking this into your afternoon and evening because guess what we could see? That's chances for showers and thunderstorms. The game of the week that we're going to be breaking down today, that's Wanakee at DeForest. Will you need the umbrella? We'll take a closer look at that coming up.
All right, Reese, thank you. Well, of course, we're talking about the kickoff of fall sports this morning. High school football officially getting underway. Madison Memorial traveling to Kenosha tonight. Closer here to the Madison area, Sauk Prairie playing Baraboo tonight in Sauk Prairie. The Broadhead and Judah team will take on Edgerton tonight. Meanwhile, Madison East will play Sun Prairie West at the bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Verona traveling to play against Muskego. And of course, those are just a few of those games happening later today. Some games already underway last night. A South Central Capital Conference clash-up in the water park capital of the world, Wisconsin Dells, hosting Lake Mills. A great start gave the Dells a 7-0 lead, but then the L-Cats would answer immediately, ensuing kickoff. Tristan Thiede runs right by the special teams like they're floating on one of the two lazy rivers at Noah's Ark to tie the game up at 7. By the end of the night, though, L-Cats get the win 45-28. With the start of the sports season, we're bringing back our Coach of the Week segment. We started it with last night's face-off, introducing a coach from the Wisconsin Dells. Sports director Zach Hanley has that story.
When Mike Yankee started with Wisconsin Dells football, he was a volunteer assistant middle school coach. Fast forward to now, he's the leader of the program who's coming off their first undefeated regular season since 1986. He earned his way up to the head coach spot, and that's exactly what he's preaching to his Chiefs.
Physical. We're not a very complex team. We just go out and see who's more the man, really.
Smash mouth.
Yeah, we play aggressive, 11 hats to the ball every time.
Wisconsin Dells football.
They buy in very well. I mean, they know it, and they're very, very physical.
And they have to be.
Good, scoop it and go.
As the defending South Central Conference champs, there's a bullseye on their back.
We're going to have to earn it every day. We're going to get everybody's best shot, and we know that.
And that's where Mike Yankee's earn it mantra comes in.
Regardless if it's a state contender team or if it's a nobody. We got to earn it.
Swing right, swing right.
But when Yankee preaches it to his team,
It shows that if you put in the work, you'll get what you want.
he's not just talking about earning it on the field.
We talk about what we want to accomplish on the football field, but then taking it off as well, whether it's in the school or the community. They learn those life skills, and I mean, it applies to everywhere.
That goes into anything in life. If you're going to be prepared to go out and earn it, you're going to naturally go farther in life and easier than someone who wants or expects things to be given to them.
And thanks to Yankee,
Move the feet, move the feet, move the feet.
the Chiefs are ready to go earn it in life. To nominate your coach to be our next Coach of the Week, just head to the sports page on our website and fill out that nomination form. Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Zach, thank you very much. Continuing coverage now of football season ramping up. We are live again at Camp Randall this morning, looking ahead to the Badgers open practice this weekend and how your family can partake. Joining us this morning is Brian Lucas. Brian, good morning to you once again. You're standing in that new south end zone that's been under construction. Is it ready for fans?
Yeah, we are just putting the final finishing touches on it to be ready for September 3rd. We're really excited about this space. It's something we haven't had in Camp Randall before. You know, premium space that is also outdoors. Really going to change how fans experience game day on Saturdays.
So we talked about volleyball having all the action tomorrow. Sunday, it's the football team's turn. They're going to be holding open practice. How can folks check that out?
Yeah, we're just about 2 weeks till kickoff, till the opening game on September 3rd against Illinois State. And on Sunday, like you said, we're going to have an open practice inviting fans to come watch the Badgers, get your first sneak peek at the 2022 team. Gates open at 3:30, but before that, we know fans also need to get into the fall spirit. So we'll have Badgerville, which is our normal pregame tailgate. That starts at 1:30. There's the Kohl's Kids Combine. So if you've got kids that want to run the 40-yard dash, do the high jump, all the stuff that the NFL guys do, bring them out. There's also food and drink out at Badgerville. Then at 3:30, gates open. Fans can come watch the Badgers practice.
Awesome. So the event is free. Do folks need to register at all, or did they just show up on Sunday?
Like you said, the event is free. We're asking folks to RSVP on our website on uwbadgers.com. But if you're unable to do that, no problem. Just show up on Sunday.
So you mentioned, obviously, football season coming in hot here. How are the Badgers looking this fall?
You know, we are about, like I said, 2 weeks away from kickoff for the first game. And camp's been going on. We've been hitting each other a lot. I think the guys are really looking forward to lining up against someone who's not wearing a W on their helmet. It's that time of year in August where, you know, we're right in the middle. We're about 2 weeks since the start of practice and about 2 weeks till game time. So guys are really chomping at the bit to get out there.
So yeah, great weekend to get out and get a little sneak peek at the season, it looks like.
Definitely, yeah. Hopefully the weather cooperates and we can get a lot of fans in here. So not only for the fans to see the Badgers, but some of our guys who maybe haven't played a whole lot get that experience of playing in front of some fans.
Wonderful. Brian Lucas with Wisconsin Athletics joining us live from Camp Randall. Brian, thank you very much. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Josh.
6:37 right now. More news this morning. Right now, in most public places, the only changing tables available are for infants. But for adults with disabilities in need of the extra help, they're often out of luck. Supervisor Aaron Collins is starting his first term on the county board with a resolution meant to bring electric, height-adjustable, universal changing stations to county facilities with the highest foot traffic, like the zoo, the Dane County Airport, and the Alliant Energy Center.
This policy is really trying to live out our Dane County values about being inclusive and equitable and making sure that everyone can enjoy all the spaces that we have.
County leaders pulling for the resolution said when surveying people with disabilities and their caretakers, respondents were more than 90% more likely to visit public spaces that had the inclusive equipment. One man is dead this morning after a crash in Iowa County. Sheriff's deputies were called late yesterday afternoon for the single vehicle crash on Highway K near Arena. According to a press release, Ralph Reeson was not wearing a seatbelt when he failed to make the corner on the road. Investigators say no one else was in the car at the time of the crash. New signs are now up in Columbia County today after the approval of an ordinance allowing four-wheelers like ATVs and UTVs on many of their roadways. We first reported this story back in March. The sheriff's office says it took some time to get all of the signs up. Other counties have allowed ATV and UTV riders on their roads for years. Columbia County officials explained some of the factors that make their rules different and what further discussion decided to change that.
A lot of it comes down to, one, how many vehicles are traveling on these roads on a daily basis. Two, how much truck traffic or other vehicle traffic is there, such as Amish buggies. And three, proximity to entrance ramps for like the interstate, I-39, I-90, 94.
Though passing this ordinance has been great news for ATV riders, the county is stressing the importance of knowing the rules of the road. These vehicles are smaller than cars, and everyone getting on one needs to be aware of the rules based on the county where they live. A century after land was stolen from the Fond du Lac Band, it's back in the tribe's hands this morning. Up until just over 100 years ago, the land on Wisconsin Point in Superior belonged to the Fond du Lac Band. It was a sacred space, a burial ground where they laid their dead to rest. Since that land was stolen over time, the remains of hundreds of Native people were forcibly removed to make way for an industrial development that never came. Both Minnesota and Wisconsin governors, along with Senator Tammy Baldwin, were there.
The things that they fought in the past, which is not a new fight. We're just picking up where they left off. And our job is to secure something here in the present so we have a future for the unborn. And that should be for everybody.
Yesterday marked one of the final steps in a years-long effort to return the land as Superior Mayor Jim Payne and Fond du Lac Chairman Kevin Dupuis signed an agreement to officially give the land back. The council also voted to waive the typical land sale fee. 6:40 right now. Food insecurity can lead to hunger. That's no surprise to most, but what it can do is lead to some very real medical impacts, and some of those medical concerns could last longer than others. Chris Reese joins us now with this week's Time for Kids, where we're talking about the experts breaking down some of the more dramatic impacts of food insecurity, Chris.
Yeah, Josh, we know that food insecurity and inadequate access to healthy foods can lead to hunger, but experiencing food insecurity can lead to some very real medical issues for children. SSM Health family physician Dr. Rupa Shah says that it may seem contradictory, but chronic food insecurity can lead to our kids being overweight.
So it may actually seem counterintuitive, but being faced with food insecurity can actually lead to obesity. And over time, having obesity, we know, can lead to chronic health problems like diabetes and hypertension and high cholesterol. But in kids, this can even lead to issues such as anemia or stunted growth and asthma.
While those issues could be longer term, the immediate problems from chronic hunger include headaches, trouble focusing, tiredness, and irritability. This can be difficult for kids to manage and often interferes with learning. Dr. Shah says that while some things can be resolved, issues like asthma and obesity can become chronic and lead to other health concerns throughout a child's life. If you are concerned about your child's access to healthy foods or overall health, you should consult with their doctor. Of course, our Time for Kids Keys to Health team is always asking what you want to hear about. Let us know what health topics you're interested in, or you can share your family's health story with us online at ssmhealth.com/timeforkids.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Josh.
6:42, let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now on a Friday morning. Chris Reese back planning your day. He's going to let us know when those rain chances are going to impact any weekend plans and commutes. And later, we're in the 608 with a look at this weekend's events and a preview of the Sun Prairie Corn Fest.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
It's Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Get a 24-cent fuel saver on Red Baron Pizza when you buy 3. A 20-cent fuel saver on Powerade when you buy 10. A 20-cent fuel saver on Little Debbie Family Packs when you buy 4. A 6-cent fuel saver on Pillsbury Classic Brownie Mix when you buy 3. And a 9-cent fuel saver on Pepperidge Farm Goldfish Crackers when you buy 3. Don't miss Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we have 25 hot tubs on display.
Several models available for immediate delivery.
For a limited time, all new hot spring spas come with a revolutionary freshwater salt system for free.
That's a $1,200 value.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters.
JC tried Game Flings for the first time the other day and forgot where she was. You can always spot a first-time Game Flings user.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
On the next Live at 4, our canine correspondents, Louie and Oliver, have the best animal stories of the week.
And does your high schooler need to take the ACT test to get admitted to a university?
It all comes down to the final drive. News 3 Now brings you the big play highlights and scores from Southern Wisconsin high school football action. Don't miss the final drive. Fridays on News 3 Now at 10. You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Hi, Chris. I'm Erica from Verona. Chris, plan my day.
Well, good morning, Erica from Verona. I'll tell you what, if you have any of the football games to go to later on, your final drive forecast looks like this. We are going to see chances for some of those showers and thunderstorms on the increase. Expect some rain, maybe even some possible lightning delays as we get those games going. Today's game is going to be Wanakee at DeForest. Let's show you how Dane County may play out. I'm going to show you two different models here. Here's model number 1, and this is 10 o'clock this morning. Some showers and some thunderstorms roll through. Verona hanging out at 68 degrees at that point. Lunchtime today, we could see additional rounds of some showers and thunderstorms pushing through. We'll clear out into the afternoon, top out around 80 to 78, and then we'll see another round of some showers and thunderstorms that develops later on into the afternoon and evening. That'll take us into the overnight hours. So this is how one model sees it, and if this model is how it plays out, if you're going to that game, Wanakee at DeForest, well, things end up being okay. But I want to show you model number 2. It does not really do the best with the showers and thunderstorms this morning. I will tell you that. But it does still clear us out for the sunshine this afternoon, and then it brings that next round of showers and thunderstorms in here a little bit earlier. So now 6:30, right around 75 in Verona, 77 in Madison, 75 in Wanakee, and then more widespread showers and thunderstorms developing anywhere between 8 and 10 o'clock. So anyone headed to those games around Dane County tonight, expect some showers and the possibility of some lightning delays. We're dry out there in Dane County at the moment, but showers and thunderstorms really have begun to develop back to our west, and these will continue to push to the north and east as we go through time. Not super heavy, but the rain is coming down in Platteville at this point. This is our Queen Bee radio sky camera. Still seeing the rain there. 65 degrees for our friends in Platteville. 60s all across the board, with the exception of Black River Falls, still at 59 this morning. We put it into motion. You see how those showers really start to work their way towards us, and then we get a break before more showers and thunderstorms start to develop later on tonight. We'll see another round of some showers and thunderstorms into tomorrow, but you'll notice it is not in any way, shape, or form a washout scenario. Still, though, we're going to be dealing with those chances of rain. 74 on Saturday, 76 on Sunday. We'll start to see more sunshine moving into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. Another chance of rain by the time we get you towards next weekend. So Friday, we do have a chance of rain. Temperatures around the mid-70s. Our temperatures are really going to enjoy hanging out in the 70s lately.
All right, Chris Reese, you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
All right, hit it.
It's the weekend in the 608. Josh Sprider has a preview of some of the happenings around southern Wisconsin.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
good work, good work. Of course, lots happening this weekend, including the Sun Prairie Corn Festival, which is well underway. This is the 69th year for the Corn Fest, featuring traditional favorites with a blend of new features. We featured them earlier this week in the 608. There I am. Inside, look at where the 80 tons of corn is delivered and then eaten by festival goers on Saturday and Sunday. This year's festival has some new elements, including an expansion to that 5-day Corn Fest, which runs through the weekend. It includes a corn eating contest, cornhole tournament, kids activity tent, and 6 bands throughout the festival. Janesville Lions Club hosting their annual chicken roast this weekend. It's happening tomorrow from 11 to 5 or whenever they run out of chicken. That's at Riverside Park. The chicken roast is held in conjunction with the Riverside Park Music Festival. Tickets are $13 in advance or $15 day of. All the proceeds are going to go right to the Janesville Lions Club's community projects and services.
The Agora Art Fair is back tomorrow in Fitchburg. This outdoor event is open to the public and free to all attendees. 100 local artists are expected to showcase their talent in a variety of mediums, art pieces, prints, and other merchandise. It'll all be available for purchase. There will also be food trucks and live music. The Agora Art Fair can be found Saturday at 5500 East Sherrill Parkway in Fitchburg. It's a cool place. We often do weather there. Julian Seawright, I believe, will be live doing the weather during our 8 to 9 a.m. newscast on Saturday morning.
Wonderful. Yeah, there's so much going on. So for more information on all these events or the other stories I featured in the 608, you can go to channel3000.com. Click on the In the 608 tab. You can also visit the community calendar by our friends at Madison Magazine. You can also let me know what inspires you. Reach out on social media or email for a chance to be right here on News 3 Now this morning. Big weekend, lots going on.
Oh, yes, there is, but we'll handle it. We'll get through it.
We always do.
We'll watch the weather. It'll be fun.
Coming up in the morning sprint, what you need to know about the Packers' first preseason game at home tonight. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
At iMart Express, you'll save on glasses for classes. For $79, get 2 pairs with kid-safe polycarbonate lenses and a free 1-year frame warranty. Don't let the bell ring before you get a chance to save. A $200 value, all for $79.
Here at Precision, we are veteran-owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Everything here is American made.
But it's tough competing with China.
Ron Johnson's making it tougher. Johnson pushed for special tax breaks for outsourcing corporations.
But voted against tariffs and sanctions on China's unfair trade practices.
And when Johnson's big corporate PAC donor announced plans to create jobs outside Wisconsin, he defended them.
It's not like we don't have enough jobs here in Wisconsin. The biggest problem.
Senator Johnson, stop making it tougher on us.
At Bob's, choice and value go together like, sofas and love seats. Like my Avenger Power Reclining Sofa or Power Reclining Love Seat. With loads of features like Papa-Pedic memory foam seating, USB ports, cup holders, and storage space galore. And it comes in 2 colors. Your choice, only $9.99 each. So you can recline with the touch of a button, charge your phone in a snap, and spend more of that hard-earned cash outside the home. Because furniture isn't everything, you know. Did I say that out loud?
Get Bob's discount!
When you know what it takes to raise the best cattle, then you know Hy-Vee is the place to go for the best steaks. Highest standards around, like none other. 100% USDA choice and prime beef. You can taste the difference. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
For the plunge you never thought they'd take. For the day you never thought would come. For all the years that have come and gone.
special moments that make life worth living. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Lowe's has what you need to protect and brighten your home. With exterior stains by Cabot and paint from HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams. Save at Lowe's today.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
6:53, we start the morning sprint with breaking news. There's an active search on Lake Mendota right now for a body in the water behind the Memorial Union. Madison Police Dispatch says fire and EMS services are on the scene. The call came in just after 6 o'clock this morning. We do have a crew on the way to the scene. You can stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for updates. The Packers' first home preseason game of the year is tonight, and fans will notice some changes at Lambeau as they go through the gates. The team wants fans to know ahead of that time that the stadium is now entirely cashless, meaning only card or contactless payments will be accepted. New ticket scanners will also be in place, which aim to get fans into the stadium quicker. Traffic patterns outside the stadium have also changed due to construction in the area, so you might want to plan ahead. Big news for college football fans. Big Ten football is coming to CBS. The conference announcing a new agreement with CBS, Fox, NBC, and the Peacock streaming platform. The record-breaking broadcasting agreement is worth $7 billion. College football games will begin broadcasting on the channels next fall and continue through the 2029-2030 season. Madison-based artist Laleta Gee, along with volunteers and UW students, teaming up to paint a series of murals at the UW South Madison Partnership Office. The murals reflect Gee's bold and colorful style and are designed to inspire the community and families that use that location for programming. Local health providers want to remind the community that their COVID protocols remain in place. In a joint message, area healthcare providers, including UW and SSM Health, say masks are still required inside the clinics and hospitals at all times. Some limitations on visitors are also still in place, and patients and visitors will continue to be screened for COVID-19 symptoms when checking into some facilities. Well, surprise in Janesville, Congressman Brian Stile presented 3 Healthcare Hero Awards during an event at Mercy Health Hospital. Those surprise awards were given to Claire Odell and Amanda Johnson of Mercy Health and Beth Schauer of HealthNet for Rock County. The congressman says he's thankful for all frontline workers.
Temperatures are hanging out into the 60s for us this morning. A beautiful day, at least starting out, but we're going to see showers and thunderstorms on the increase. Radar already showing you some of those just back to our south and west. Over the next 12 hours, look for temperatures warming up towards 80 degrees. We'll see chances for showers and thunderstorms off and on as you plan your day.
All right, Chris, thank you. In 6:56 right now, we want to take a live look at that breaking news out on Lake Mendota right now. Again, officials confirming that they are searching for a body in the water. This is behind Memorial Union. Stay with News 3 Now on channel3000.com for updates on this breaking news, and we'll have more information coming up around 7:26.